The topic for this video is a feature we call SPL Models, and this is essentially a solo group for select arrays in the project. This could be useful if you're designing for an arena or a stadium, or really utilizing zones in any capacity. So to begin, let's open up the SPL Models window. This can be located under Window and then SPL Models. And what you'll see when the window first opens up, unless you've already created some other SPL models, is the default, which is main all arrays. This gives you a baseline to go back to, so that if you need to map the whole venue or you want to go back to mapping the whole venue, it's as simple as just making sure that this is enabled by checking the box. This can't be renamed, can't be moved, can't be deleted. So let's say we wanted to, instead of looking at mapping for all arrays, we just wanted to see the arrays that front a house. To do so, go to your Project Explorer. Holding down the Shift key, I'm selecting multiple arrays here. These are all my front of house arrays. Once you have the arrays you want to add to the solo group or the SPL model, right-click and then select Add SPL Model With. Now you see back on the SPL Models window, I have a new model, SPL Model 1. I can see what's comprised of that SPL model by expanding the view. I can rename this SPL model by right-clicking and choosing Rename. We can call this Front of House. And now, if I want to engage this or make this my active view, I simply just put a check in the empty box. It's going to switch from main all arrays to Front of House. It may take a moment depending on how many surfaces you have and how many arrays you have, but you can see here it happened pretty quick. I'm now looking at mapping for just the front of house arrays. Let's say I wanted to add another SPL model and I wanted it to be my rear surrounds. I would repeat the same exact process. So I'm selecting the two rear surrounds, add SPL model with. We'll change this to rear surrounds. Put a check in that box, and now I'll be only looking at the two rear surrounds in the project. So you can see how this could be useful. Let's say you were just looking to map certain zones rather than going through and manually soloing and deleting certain arrays. Now you have a way to quickly toggle between different solo groups rather quickly and look at the mapping and make sure you're getting the coverage you need throughout the entire venue. Let's say you didn't want rear surrounds anymore. You just wanted to maybe clean up your SPL models window. You can remove any of these SPL models, again, except for the main all arrays, by right-clicking and selecting Remove. And now we only have front of house and main arrays. It's not possible to export these SPL models. They're project-specific, but just note if you save the project, as I just did now, if I were to close and reopen, I would have access to all the SPL models I created. They would work exactly the same, and I could pick up where I left off.